Good morning to everyone. It is Tuesday, November the 7th, 2023. And I'm coming before you with a prophetic word once again. And before I get started with the prophetic word, I want to give Psalms 37:19. And it says, "They will not be ashamed in the time of evil, and in the days of famine, they will have abundance." And so the scripture is talking about us having abundance during the times that will be disastrous and difficult, the times of famine, the times of great loss. We will thrive and be sustained. And so God continued to remind us that we will be sustained during these horrific times. And this is something that we need to always remember, even though things become difficult and we're seeing things that are horrific and uh, uh, very devastating. We got to remember that Father God has us safe and secure if we're listening to Him, being obedient, and committed to the things that He has called for us to do in the earth. And one of those things is making sure that we stay focused on Him and Him only. It does not matter what man is saying, the lies that they're saying in the news, those stories that are being told that are fables. It all matters about what He says and what He is doing. Excuse that background noise, I have my window open. So, let's get started with the word. Always like, share, and subscribe. Share the video so that other people will be knowledgeable of what Father God is saying through me as His vessel in the earth. So let's get to the word. It says, clarity is coming over science and technology about the release of retina disease. There is a new retina that's coming where it will cause a phenomenal, and many people will be gathering about talking about this phenomenal retina technology. Let's continue on with the word. I'm releasing. Excuse me. Let me get back on track. There will be many people coming forward about the phenomenon. Okay, that's the retina. I'm releasing a much needed funding into the hands of those chosen to recover areas over housing projects. Many will be led to purchase housing in order to build safe places. I don't know what that's about, but if this is you, then He's speaking directly to you. Let's see, where did I leave off at? I hate stopping because I lose my place. He says, I'm releasing a much needed funding into the hands of those chosen to recover areas over housing projects. Many will be led to purchase housing in order to build safe places. I'm leading many of my chosen people into starting up commercial banking. Many communities will need to have safe places for their money and a safe place to do their trading. And so this is an area where Father God is speaking that many of you, He's releasing you to start your own bank. And see, these things that Father God is speaking is for a purpose and for a reason. He knows what's out there and what's coming. So He is preparing us, and He is covering every area that would need to be covered to sustain each and every one of us. He says, I'm leading many of my chosen people into starting up commercial banking. Many communities will need to have safe places for their money and a place to do their trading. Continue to keep your eye on this economy as I shift things around over commercial paper. I'm causing for some of my people to step into this area with power and authority to gain access into this market. What I'm establishing now is windows of opportunity for many to gain access into the stock market, where they're able to gather stock at such a low cost that many will gain wealth from it. And remember, we talked about this yesterday in the prophetic word that Father God has released. And he is still speaking about the same things because he needs for us to pay close attention. Now isn't the time for second guessing. It's time to pay close attention to what I am saying and acting accordingly and act accordingly. Commercial paper is falling at a rate that will cause many to stop in their tracks and asking what's going on. I'm causing for many chosen ones to gather goods and supplies going forward to build their own supply chain. Pay attention, people. He's really speaking to us. To build their own supply chain. As people will need to build up supplies over the next few years, they will be able to because of those I have selected to build up supplies. I want many of my people to pay close attention on their spending. It is not a time to purchase big things, but to wait on the shift to be completed. It's all about wisdom, knowing how to hold back from spending. Continue to speak to the hearts of those who are listening and allow me to bring all things to pass. As you are releasing things into the atmosphere, I will show you things that are moving as you speak. Don't get caught up with those ones who are not where you are. Just continue to release into the atmosphere as I give you what to release. Continue prayer and keep your focus. And so we see where Father God is yet again speaking to us and giving us more direction, allowing us to understand what he's doing and who he is speaking to in this hour, because many of us have different pieces to the puzzle for these last days. Many of us that he has chosen to go forth to build in different capacities. He is speaking about those that he has selected to build banks, commercial banking, just for the kingdom. And he's also speaking to those of us that would gather to build their own supply stores, and whatever that looks like, because he hasn't chosen me for these things. But if he's speaking to you, you're the one he has chosen to do this. Whether you're building a bank, whether you're building an area of supplies, so that many people will be able to come and buy supplies wherever they are around the world. So he is speaking. He's doing just like Joseph. We have to look at it. Just wasn't the food supplies, but he had numerous of things that he had put in place for everything to work, everything to work together in building up people and allowing people to be secure during the time of famine under Pharaoh. So we have to realize Father God is doing the same things. He is not just saying, I need you to do agriculture. The picture is bigger than that. As we know, the dollar shall fall, and all of the systems of this world will come to a standstill. The American economy the systems will just fall apart. He has to put many of us into position so that we're able to be sustained during this time. Banking is one of them. And it makes sense to have a supply stores in place where people can go and buy supplies. He is covering every area. He's speaking to many of us about agriculture. And so this is a time not to get caught up in this wishy-washy type thinking where things should be as usual. No, they're not. We're in a time where things are totally different. And they're going to get more difficult as the days go on, as the years pass. And so we have to have a mindset of kingdom building here on earth, whatever capacity he's calling for you to be in. And for myself, we have to use wisdom. We have to labor before God in prayer. We have to fast. Fasting breaks the spirit down, that the flesh down, that the spirit rises up. So we have to fast, that our spirit man is built up in a degree where we're able to hear Father God even better. So fasting is very important. Praying for instructions and direction constantly. There's no time to waver and think that we can go each day as mundane, but no, we have to stay focused. We have to stay on task. He continues to tell me to stay focused and keep my wit. And so as I labor on my part and stay before Father God and bring in what he is speaking to us about direction and what we should be doing and where our prayers should be targeted at, I continue to do my part. Now it's up to you to do your part as he's speaking to you around the world, because this is not just the American thing. This is a world thing. The economy will fall around the world. Everyone will have to be that is chosen of God. The ecclesia has to be secure. The bride of Yahweh has to be safe. And so as he's bringing us into these things, I will continue to come and speak what he has given me to speak. And I will only speak to those that are listening. The naysayers, I can't worry about that. For those that want to hear what Father God is saying, then he will allow me to speak directly to them. And so what I want everyone to do now is to like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, that you'll know when I come on live or just in video. Share with others. But most of all, continue to be blessed and have a wonderful Tuesday.